Hey y'all, today is Saturday, June the 1st, and we are starting our first of 4 days of trying to harvest this. Well, not trying, we did harvest this corn. So we're using a crawfish bucket and a propane burner to blanch the corn with all of the husks and silks on it. It peels off super easy once you do that. This first batch we blanched for, I believe, about 2.5 minutes. And after this first one, we realized that 3.5 minutes, adding a minute to it was a little bit better. So I'm just showing Denny's filling the bucket up with water and cutting that on while we get ready to go pick some corn. It was super wet on this day, and so we had someplace to be in the afternoon. Here's a shot of a sunflower I got out of there. And at the end of the video, I'll show you all the sunflowers that I was able to save. When the corn fell over, of course, so did they. And so they just kept trying to grow. Here we are, just trying to get in there. Like I said, it was like a jungle. And we're just filling up this bucket with corn. I did end up, this day we had somewhere to go in the afternoon, so we just got this one bucket done because it takes a couple of hours. And all the rest of the corn that got harvested, as we harvested, we cut down the stalk and just laid it down, and I'm just going to leave those stalks laying down in my corn patch and let them compost in place. So I believe it took 4 or 5 bulls to get all of this done, and it worked out pretty well. The silks came off. On this day we weren't cutting anything. We were trying to leave corn that wasn't ready on the stalk and see if it would go ahead and finish maturing, but it ended up being too hard to get through there. So like I said, we ended up cutting down as we went after this. And now here's Denny cutting the ends off of the corn. Just the end that was attached to the stalk, just cut a couple of inches off of it, put it back in the bucket, boil it for 2 to 3 minutes, and the silks and the corn husk just slip right off. And then he trimmed off the ends that had bug damage, and I brought it all in the house. So this was the outside part of what we were doing. And here I am taking some of those ends he cut, taking some to the girls. The pigs got some too. I just didn't record that. And we gave some to our neighbors for their pigs. So everybody enjoyed the corn harvest this year. You can tell how wet the ground is, but the girls enjoyed their corn. And now here we are. The water's boiling. Denny's putting the corn back in, and it's going to boil for this batch. We boiled 2.5 minutes, but the ones after this, we added a minute, and it worked out a little bit better. And then when it was done boiling, we just strained it. And as soon as we could handle it, we peeled it. Okay, hey y'all. This is our first these 3 bowls are our first run of corn, which you will have seen in the video of us. We boiled it for, I don't know, it's between 2 and 3 minutes. And I've seen some people be able to just pop it right out of the corn husk and all the silks come off at the same time. A few of them did that. Most of them we still had to have a little help with, but the silks definitely came off a lot easier, and it saved me having to blanch them in the house. However, and I'm super excited, all of this corn, it's bad, came out looking really good and not too much bug damage. But we like our corn cut off the cob, and I do know that I have seen the trick of people using a bump pan, but for me, it makes it too much like cream corn. So I'm gonna be cutting all this by hand. At least we're starting out that way today. We're not gonna be able to finish all the corn today. My goal is to get 75 to 100 quarts of corn. My husband, we eat corn once a week at least, if we have it. So that's my goal. Anything over that is just lanyard. So I'm gonna just record me cutting a little bit off the cob, and these have already all been washed, just in case you're wondering. This set right here has been washed. So I just take a knife and cut along the cob. This is cut, I knew this would cut a lot easier since we blanched it. So although it's a little bit time consuming, it shouldn't be too bad. And I need to get another bowl. We'll just give all this to the pigs and chickens. I know also that you can save these and make syrup out of it, and maybe when we get down to a later batch, I might save some of these and put it in the freezer. That might be a fun wintertime thing to do. But at the moment today, it's been raining for the past 2 or 3 days. It's supposed to rain again this afternoon, and we're just trying to get as much of this done early today as we can. So for right now, I'm not saving it. Let me, well, I'll just set it right here. So it's all coming off really easy, much easier than if you cut it off first before you blanch it. It's harder, much harder. So if your corn falls over early in the season and you have a meltdown about it, it's okay. It'll be fine. And also, I didn't show, I have just a bowl turned over in the middle here for me to stand the corn on. And today, I'm not sure when this video is going up, but today is June 1st, and it makes this corn. I got this corn, it's from Burpee. I will put, I'll let you know when I have a chance to look at the bag what it was. It is a hybrid. I just bought a big thing of it from Tractor Supply, but it was a 75 to 80 day corn, and today is day 80. And we are picking everything. At first we were gonna just try to leave the ones that we could tell weren't ready on the stalks, but it's just too hard with it turned over like that, and a little bit worried about it being snaky in there. So we're just picking everything. And to be honest with you, even the ones that we picked that I did not think were going to be, you know, the silks were still white, you know. I only had to throw one whole ear that was too tiny away. You know, well, I didn't throw it away, I gave it to the chickens, but everything else has been great. I mean, some of them, you know, we had to cut down because they did have worm damage, but overall, I'm really pleased. So I'm just gonna be doing this for the next long time. I wish some of y'all were here so we could sit and visit while I'm doing this, because this is tedious, but it's okay. It's all worth it in the end, and I worked too hard on it to, well, not just me, Denny too, but we worked too hard on it just to let it go and not fool with it. So I'm gonna get this whole bowl filled, and then I'm gonna be freezing all of this I believe, unless I start running out of space in my freezer, because I do only have one big freezer and I have to leave room for other things like okra and stuff like that. So I'm gonna freeze as much of it as I can, and the rest of it I will can. Canning corn is not my favorite thing to do, but I mean, it's fine. It's just better. I just like it better frozen. But using it, if I can it, it's still great to eat, and it's good in the wintertime for like to put in soup and stuff. Or here in South Louisiana, when it gets cold, we like to have shrimp and corn soup, so it's excellent for stuff like that. Whew, I'm still sweating. This corn is all hot. I mean, it's not that hot anymore, but it's 8:11 and it's like 100% humidity outside. It's ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna cut this off here, because if I don't, I'll just sit here and chit chat the whole time. Nobody wants to watch that. So I'm gonna finish this ear. And I will get back to you and show you me vacuum sealing some of it and what we end up with at the end. So thanks for watching the great corn harvest of 2024. Okay, it took us, I think, 4 days total with the corn because of the weather and just time. But we ended up with 47 quart bags of corn. I had to get in a chair so I could record this. I'll show you the sunflowers in a minute. And I believe 26 pint jars. So I would say that I'm very pleased with our corn harvest this year, despite the corn getting pushed over. We would have gotten more if it hadn't, but that's okay. This is a ton of corn and definitely a year's worth for us. And then these are the sunflowers that I got out of the cornfield. They're starting to drop a lot of pollen, but let me turn. A lot of these weren't open, so they're starting to open. And they're so pretty. Oops, I'm so sorry. They're so pretty. All right, so I'm gonna end this video here. I hope you enjoyed, and check back for Friday for the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified for future videos. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.